Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome all to today's reading from Madhya chapter 24. We're going to start this new chapter, the 61 explanations of the Ātmārāma verse. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhete girim yat kripatamam vande Shri Gurum Nintharinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. The following summary of this chapter is given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrit Prabha Bhashya. According to Sri Sanatana Goswami's request, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained the well-known Srimad Bhagavatam verse beginning Ātmārāmascha Munayah. He explained this verse in 61 different ways. He analyzed all the words and described each word with its different connotations, adding the words cha and api. He described all the different meanings of the verse. He then concluded that different classes of transcendentalists, jnanis, karmis, yogis utilize this verse according to their own interpretation, but if they would give up this process and surrender to Krishna as indicated by the verse itself, they would be able to comprehend the real meaning of the verse. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu narrated a story about how the great sage Narad converted a hunter into a great Vaishnava and how this was appreciated by Narad's friend Parvat Muni. Sanatana Goswami then offered a prayer to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. After this, the Lord gave Sanatana Goswami a synopsis of Hari Bhakti Vilas, which Sanatana Goswami later developed into the guiding principle of all Vaishnavas. So let's start with verse number 1. Ātmārameti padyarakshi artham shuna yah prakashayam jagat tamo jahara vayat sa chaitanyo dayachalaha. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who acted as the eastern horizon where the sun of the Ātmārāma verse rose. He manifested its rays in the form of different meanings and thus eradicated the darkness of the material world. May he protect the universe. Verse 2. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Dvaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Verse 3. Tabe Sanatana Prabhura Charane Dhariya Punarapi Kahe Kichu Vinay Kariya. Thereafter, Sanatana Goswami clasped the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and humbly submitted the following petition. Verse 4. Purve Shuniyachon Tumi Sarvabhauma Sthane Eka Shloke 18 Artha Kariyacha Vyakhyane. Sanatana Goswami said, My Lord, I have heard that previously at the time of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya you explained the Ātmārāma verse in 18 different ways. Verse 5. Ātmāramascha muneyoh nirgarantha api urukrame kurvanti ahetukim bhaktim itham bhuta guno hari. Itham bhuta means so wonderful as to attract the attention of the self-satisfied. Translation: those who are self-satisfied and unattracted by external material desires are also attracted to the loving service of Shri Krishna, whose qualities are transcendental and whose activities are wonderful. Hari, the personality of Godhead, is called the Krishna because he has such transcendently attractive features. Now let's see the purport. It's by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is the famous Ātmārāma verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, chapter 7, verse number 10. Verse 6. Ascharya shuniya mora utkanthita mana kripa kari kaha yadi judaya shravana. I have heard the wonderful story and am therefore very inquisitive to hear your explanation again. If you would like to repeat it, I would be very pleased to hear. Verse 7. Prabhu kahe ami vatula amara vachane sarvabhauma vatula taha satya kari mane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I am one madman and Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is another. Therefore, he took my words to be the truth. Verse 8. Kiba Pralapilan kichu nahika smarane tomar sange bale yadi kichu haya mane. I do not recall what I spoke in that connection, but if something comes to my mind due to association with you, I shall explain it. Verse 9. Sahaje amar kichu artha nahi bhase, tuma sabar sange bale ye kichu prakashe. Generally, by myself, I cannot give an explanation, but by the strength of your association, something may manifest itself. Verse 10. Ekadash pade e shloke sunirmala prithak nana artha pade kare jhalamala. There are 11 clear words in this verse, but when they are studied separately, various meanings glitter from each word. Purport, the 11 separate words are Ātmārāma, second is Cha, then Munayah, then Niragranthaha, then Api, then Urukrame, then Kurvanti, then Ahetukim, then Bhaktim, then Itham, Bhutaganaha, Gunaha, and Hari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will explain the different connotations and imports of these words. Verse 11. Atma Shabde Brahma Deha Mana Yatna Riti Buddhi Swabhava E Sat Artha Prapti. The 7 different meanings of the word Atma are the absolute truth, the body, the mind, endeavor, firmness, intelligence, and nature. Verse number 12. Atma Deha Mano Brahma Swabhava Dhriti Buddhishu Prayatne Cha iti. The following are synonyms of the word Atma: the body, mind, absolute truth, natural characteristics, firmness, intelligence, and endeavor. Purport, this is a quotation from the Vishwa Prakash dictionary. Moving to verse 13. E sate rame ye sei Ātmārāma gana, Ātmārāma ganera age kariba ganana. The word Ātmārāma refers to one who enjoys these 7 items, the absolute truth, body, mind, and so on. Later I shall enumerate the Ātmārāmas. Verse 14. Muni adi shabdera artha shuna sanatana prithak prithak artha pache kariba milana. My dear Sanatan, first hear the meanings of the other words beginning with the word Muni. I shall first explain their separate meanings, then combine them. Verse 15. Muni shabde manana shila ar kahe mauni tapasvi vrati yati ar rishi muni. The word Muni refers to one who is thoughtful, one who is grave or silent, an ascetic, one who keeps great vows, one in the renounced order, and a saint. These are the different meanings of the word Muni. Excuse me. Number 16. Niragrantha shabde kahe avidya granthi hina vidhi nishedha veda shastra jnanadi vihina. The word Nirgrantha refers to one who is liberated from the material knots of ignorance. It also refers to one who is devoid of all regulative principles enjoined in the Vedic literature. It also refers to one who does not have knowledge. Verse 17. Murkha neech mlecha adi shastra rikta gana dhyana sanchayi nirgrantha ar ye nirdhana. Nirgrantha also refers to one who is illiterate, low-born, misbehaved, unregulated, and devoid of respect for the Vedic literature. The word also refers to one who is a capitalist and to one who has no riches. Verse 18. Nir-nishchay nish-kramarthe nir-nirman-nishdhayo grantho dhane tha sandarbhe varna sangrathane apicha. The prefix ne may be used for a sense of ascertainment, gradation, construction, or forbidding. The word grantha means riches, thesis, and composition. Purport, this is another quotation from the Vishwa Prakash dictionary. Verse 19. Urukrama shabde kahe bada yanra krama, krama shabde kahe ei pada vikshepana. The word Urukrama refers to one whose krama or step is great. The word krama means throwing the foot forward, that is stepping. Verse 20. Shakti kampa pati yukti shakti akramana charana chalane kana paila tribhuvana. Krama also means power, trembling, a systematic method, argument, and a forcible attack by stepping forward. Thus, Vaman caused the three worlds to tremble. Purport: Uru means very great and Krama means step. When Lord Vamanadev was offered 3 steps of land, he expanded his 3 steps by covering the entire universe. In this way, the 3 worlds trembled, and therefore, Sri Vamanadev, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, is referred to as Urukrama. Verse 21. Vishnornu virya gananam katamo rahatiha ya parthivani api kaviv vimane rajamshi si chaskambha yaha swaramhasa khalata tri prishtham yasmat tri samya sadanad uru kampayanam. Even if a learned man is able to count all the minute atoms in this material world, he still cannot count the potencies of Lord Vishnu. In the form of the Vamana incarnation, Lord Vishnu, without hindrance, captured all the planets extending from the root of the material world to the Satyaloka. Indeed, he caused every planetary system to tremble by the force of his steps. Purport: This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.7.14, the Rig Veda Mantras 1.2.154.1. It is said, Om Vishnur nu viryani kama pravocham yaha parthivani vimame rajamsi yo skambhayad uttaram sadhastham vikrama manas tredorugayah. The meaning of this verse is practically identical to that of the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam quoted above. Verse 22. Vibhu rupe vyape shakte dharana poshana madhurya shakte goloka aishwarya paravyoma. Paravyoma is the spiritual world and Goloka is the planetary system, Golok Vrindavan. Through his all-pervasive feature, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has expanded the entire creation. He is holding and maintaining this creation by his extraordinary potency, his conjugal potency. He maintains a planetary. By his conjugal potency, he maintains a planetary system known as Golok Vrindavan. Through his 6 opulences, he maintains many Vaikuntha planets. Purport: In his gigantic form, Lord Krishna has covered the creation. He holds all the planetary systems and maintains them by his inconceivable potencies. Similarly, he is maintaining his personal abode Golok Vrindavan through his conjugal love, and he is maintaining the spiritual world containing the Vaikuntha planets by his opulence. Verse 23. Maya Shakti Brahmanadi Paripati Srijana Urukrama Shabdera Ei Artha Nirupana. The word Urukrama indicates the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who by his external potency has perfectly created innumerable universes. Verse 24. Kramaha Shaktau Paripatyam Kramash Chalana Kampayoha. These are the different meanings of the word Krama. It is used in the sense of potency, systematic arrangement, step, moving or trembling. Purport: This is a quotation from the Vishwa Prakash dictionary. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is all pervasive. Not only does he carry the 3 worlds by his inconceivable energy, but he maintains them also. He is also maintaining his spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan by his conjugal love, and is maintaining the Vaikuntha Lokas by his opulences. He maintains the material universes through his external energy. The material universes are perfectly situated because they are created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Verse 25. Kurvanti pada e parasmai pada haya Krishna sukha nimitta bhajane tatparya kahaya. The word Kurvanti means they do something for others. Since it is a form of the verb to do, indicating done for others, it is used in connection with devotional service, which must be executed for the satisfaction of Krishna. That is the purport of the word Kurvanti. Purport: In Sanskrit, the verb to do has 2 forms, technically called Parasmai Pada and Atmane Pada. When things are done for one's personal satisfaction, the form is called Atmane Pada. In that case, the word do in English is Kurvate in Sanskrit. When things are done for others, the verb form changes to Kurvanti. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed Sanatan Goswami that in the Ātmārāma verse, the word Kurvanti means that things should be done only for the satisfaction of Krishna. This is supported by the grammarian Panini. The verb is formed as Atmane Pada when the work is to be done for one's own benefit, and when it is done for others, it is called Parasmai Pada. Thus, the verb is formed according to whether something is done for one's self-satisfaction or for another's satisfaction. Verse 26, Savrita Nitaha Kartri Abhipraya Kriya Phale. The termination of the Atmane Pada are employed when the fruit of the action accrues to the agent of verbs having an indicatory na or a savrit accent. Purport: this is a quotation from Panini Sutras 1.3.72, verse 27. Hetu shabde kahe bhukti adi vanchantare bhukti siddhi mukti mukhya ei teen prakare. The word hetu or cause means that a thing is done for some motive. There can be three motives. One may act to enjoy the result personally, to achieve some material perfection, or to attain liberation. Verse 28, Eka bhukti kahe bhoga ananta prakar siddhi ashtadash mukti pancha vidhakar. First we take the word bhukti, that is the material enjoyment which is of unlimited variety. We may also take the word siddhi, perfection, which has 18 varieties. Similarly, the word mukti has 5 varieties. Verse 29, Ye yanha nahi tah bhakti ahetuki, yaha haite vasha haya Shri Krishna kautuki. Causeless devotion is unmotivated, that is ahetuki, by sense enjoyment, perfection, or liberation. When one is freed from all these contaminations, he can bring Lord Krishna, who is very funny, under control. Verse 30, Bhakti Shabdera Artha Hai Dasha Vidhakar Ek Sadhana Prema Bhakti Nav Prakar. There are 10 meanings for the word Bhakti, that is devotional service. One is sadhana bhakti, execution of devotional service according to the regulative principles, and the other 9 are varieties of prema bhakti, ecstatic love of Godhead. Purport: the 9 varieties of prema bhakti are rati, prema, sneha, mana, pranaya, raga, anuraga, bhav and mahabhav. Attraction, love, affection, adverse feelings, intimacy, attachment, subattachment, ecstatic love, and sublime ecstatic love. For the word sadhana bhakti, there is only one meaning: the execution of devotional service according to regulative principles. Verse 31, Rati Lakshana Prema Lakshana Ityadi Prachar Bhava Roop Mahabhava Lakshan Roop are next are explained the symptoms of love of Godhead, which can be divided into 9 varieties, beginning with attraction and extending up to ecstatic love, and finally up to the topmost ecstatic love, Mahabhav. Verse 32, Shanta Bhaktera Rati Bade Prema Pariyanta Dasya Bhaktera Rati Hai Raga Dasha Anta. The attraction to Krishna of devotees on the platform of neutrality increases up to the love of Godhead, which is Prem, and the attraction of devotees on the platform of servitorship increases to spontaneous attachment, that is Raga. Verse 33, Sakha Ganera Ratihaya Anuraga Paryanta Pitri Matri Sneha Adi Anuraga Anta. Devotees in Vrindavan who are the friends of Lord can increase their ecstatic love to the point of anurag. Parental affectionate lovers, Krishna's father and mother, can increase their love of Godhead up to the end of anurag. Verse 34. Kanta Ganera Rati Paye Mahabhava Sima Bhakti Shabdera A Saba Arthera Mahima. The gopis of Vrindavan who are attached to Krishna in conjugal love can increase their ecstatic love up to the point of Mahabhav and greatest ecstatic love. These are some of the glorious meanings of the word bhakti. Verse 35. Ittam bhuta gunaha shabdera shunaha vyakhyana ittam shabdera bhinna artha guna shabdera an. Please hear the meanings of the word Ittam Bhuta Guna, which is found in the Ātmārāma verse. Ittam Bhuta has different meanings and Guna has other meanings. Verse 36. Ittam Bhuta Shabdera Artha Purnandan Anandamaya Yandra Age Brahmananda Trina Prayahaya. The word Ittam Bhuta is transcendently exalted because it means full of his transcendental bliss. Before this transcendental bliss, the bliss derived from the merging into the existence of the absolute Brahmananda becomes like a piece of straw in comparison. Verse 37. Tvat sakshat karnahlad vishuddhabhi sthitasya me sukhani gosha padayante brahmani api jagat guru. My dear Lord, O Master of the Universe, since I have directly seen you in my transcendental bliss, has taken the shape of a great ocean. Being situated in that ocean, I now realize all the so-called happiness to be like the water contained in the hoof print of a calf. Purport: this is a verse from the Hari Bhakti Subhodaya 14.36. Verse 38. Sarva Karshak Sarva Ladaka Maharasayana Apanar Balekara Kare Sarva Vismarana. Lord Krishna is so exalted that he is more attractive than anything else and more pleasing than anything else. He is the most sublime abode of bliss. By his own strength, he causes one to forget all other ecstasies. Verse 39. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Sukha Chadya Yar Gandhe Alaukika Shakti Gune Krishna Kripaye Bandhe. Pure devotional service is so sublime that one can very easily forget the happiness derived from the material enjoyment, material liberation, and mystic or yogic perfection. Thus, the devotee is bound by the Krishna's mercy and his uncommon power and qualities. Verse 40. Shastra Yukti Nahi Than Siddhanta Vichar Ei Swabhav Gune Yate Madhuryera Sar. When one is attracted to Krishna on the transcendental platform, there is no longer any logical argument on the basis of revealed scripture, nor are there any considerations of such conclusions. This is the transcendental quality that is the essence of all transcendental sweetness. Verse 41. Guna Shabdera Artha Krishnera Guna Ananta Satchidrupa Guna Sarva Purnananda. The word guna means quality. The qualities of Krishna are transcendently situated and are unlimited in quantity. All of the spiritual qualities are full of transcendental bliss. Verse 42. Aishwarya Madhurya Karune Sarupa Purnata Bhakta Vatsalya Atma Pariyanta Vadanyata. Krishna's transcendental qualities of opulence, sweetness, and mercy are perfect and full as far as Krishna's affectionate leaning toward his devotees is concerned. He is so magnanimous that he can give himself to his devotees. Verse 42. Alaukik Rupa Rasa Saurabhadi Guna Karo Mano Kona Gune Kare Akarshana. Saurabh is fragrance. Krishna has unlimited qualities. The devotees are attracted by his uncommon beauty, mellows, and fragrance. Thus, they are differently situated in the different transcendental mellows. Therefore, Krishna is called all attractive. Verse 44. Sanakadira Manaharila Saurabhadi Gune The minds of the four boys sages Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan and Sanat Kumar were attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna by the aromas of the tulasi that had been offered to the Lord. Verse 45. Tasyaravinda nayanasya padaravinda kinjalka mishra tulasi makaranda vayu antargatah swavivarnena chakar tesham Sankshobham Akshara Jusham Api Chitta Tanavo. And the breeze carrying the aroma of tulasi leaves and saffron from the lotus feet of the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead entered through the nostrils into the hearts of those sages, the Kumars. They experienced a change in both body and mind, even though they were attached to the impersonal Brahman. Understanding purport. This is verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 3.15.43. For an explanation, see Madhya Lila 17.142. Verse 46. Shukadevera Manaharila Lila Shravane. Shukadev's mind was carried away by hearing the pastimes of the Lord. Verse 47. Paranishto api nirgunne uttam shloka lilaya lilya grihita cheta rajarishe akhyanam yad adhitvan. Shukdev Goswami addressed Parikshit Maharaj, my dear king, although I was fully situated in the transcendental position, I was nonetheless attracted to the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Therefore, I studied Srimad Bhagavatam from my father. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.9. Verse 48. Swasukha nibrita chetas tad vyudastanya bhavo api ajita ruchira lila krishta sarastadiyam vyatanuta kripayat yastatva deepam puranam tam akhila vrijina ghanam vyasa sunum nato asmi. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Srila Shukadev Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva and destroyer of all sinful reactions, being full in self-realization and bliss. He had no material desires. Still, he was attracted to the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and out of compassion for the people, he described the transcendental historical literatures called Srimad Bhagavatam. This is compared to the light of the absolute truth. Purport. This is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 12.12.69. Verse 49. Shri Angarupe Hare Gopikara Manash. Lord Krishna attracts the minds of all the gopis with his beautiful transcendental bodily features. Verse 50. Bhiksha Lakavrita Mukham Tav Kundala Shri Ganda Sthaladhara Sudham Hasita Valokam Datta Bhayam Cha Bhuja Danda Yugam Vilokya Vakshah Shriyaika Ramanam Cha Bhavam Dasyah. Dear Krishna, we have simply surrendered ourselves as your maidservants, for we have seen your beautiful face decorated with tresses of hair, your earrings falling upon your cheeks, the nectar of your lips, and the beauty of your smile. Indeed, because we have also been embraced by your arms, which give us courage, and seen your chest, which is beautiful and broad, we have surrendered ourselves. Purport. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.29.39 was spoken by the gopis when they arrived near Krishna for the rasa dance on a full moon night. The attracted gopis were awestruck, and they began to speak about how they came to Krishna to enjoy the rasa dance. Verse 51. Rupa Guna Shravane Rukmini Adir Akarshana. The queens in Dwarka, headed by Rukmini, are also attracted to Krishna simply by hearing about his transcendental beauty and qualities. 52. Shrutva Gunam Bhuvan Sundara Shanavatam Te Nirvishay Karna Vivrair Harato Angatapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akhilartha Labham Tvai Achyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapan may. O most beautiful Krishna, I have heard about your transcendental qualities from others, and therefore all my bodily miseries are relieved. If someone sees your transcendental beauty, his eyes have attained everything profitable in life. O infallible one, I have become shameless after hearing your qualities, and I have become attracted to you. Purport. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52.37, was written by Rukmini Devi in a letter to Krishna inviting him to kidnap her. Shukadev Goswami described this to Maharaj Parikshit when the king asked him how Rukmini had been kidnapped. Rukmini had heard about Krishna's qualities from different people, and after she had heard about them, she decided to accept Krishna as her husband. Everything had been arranged for her marriage to Shishupal. Therefore, she wrote a letter to Krishna, which she sent through a Brahmana, and invited him to kidnap her. Verse 53, Vamsi Gite Hare Krishna Lakshmi Adir Mana. Lord Krishna even attracts the mind of the goddess of fortune simply by vibrating his transcendental flute. Verse 54, Kasyanubhavo Syanadeva Vidmahe Tvangri Renu Sparshadhikaraha Yat Vanchaya Shrir Lalana Charat Tapo Vihaya Kaman Suchiram Drita Vrata. O Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kaliya attained such an opportunity to be touched by the dust of your lotus feet. For this end, the goddess of fortune performed austerities for centuries, giving up all desires and taking austere vows. Indeed, we do not know how this serpent Kaliya got such an opportunity. Purport. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.16.36, was spoken by the wives of the Kaliya serpent. 55. Yogya Bhave Jagate Yata Yuvatir Gana. Krishna attracts not only the minds of the gopis and goddess of fortune, but the mind of all young girls in the other three worlds as well. So we'll continue reading from verse 56 next time. Thank you for joining. Hariom Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And tomorrow is Narasimha Chaturdashi. So wish you all a very happy Narasimha Chaturdashi wherever you are. Hare Krishna.